When opportunity lost, it can never be regained. That is a common phrase that we all familiar with. In fact, it's so common that many people use it. In fact, if you probably meet any of your counselor, he might even tell you that. But I want to make it clear to you this moment, with the little knowledge I have, that not all opportunities that are lost forever. It just depends on who gave you that opportunity. So if God is the one that gave you the opportunity, and by any means of carelessness, any means of whatever you want to call it, you miss it, I'm telling you this moment that you can still regain it. And we can see the clear demonstration of that in the scripture, which is the book of life, the Bible. When we read from Joshua chapter 14, we read from verse 6 to the end, you will see the clear picture of how you could regain every opportunity you might have lost in your life, if truly those opportunities were given to you by God. We read in verses of that Joshua chapter 14. Then the children of Judah came unto Joshua in Gilgal, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite said unto him, Thou knowest the thing that the Lord said unto Moses the man of God concerning me and thee in Kadesh Barnea. 40 years old was I when Moses the servant of God sent me from Kadesh Barnea to spy out the land. And I brought him word again as it was in my heart. Nevertheless, my brethren that went up with me made the heart of the people melt, but I wholly followed the Lord my God. And Moses swore on that day, saying, Surely the land whereon thy feet have trodden shall be thy inheritance, and thy children forever, because thou hast wholly followed the Lord thy God. And now behold, the Lord kept me alive, as he said, these 45 years, even since the Lord spake this word unto Moses, while the children of Israel wandered in the wilderness. And now, lo, I am this day 85 years old. As yet I am as strong this day as I was in the day that Moses sent me. As my strength was then, even so my strength now, for war, both to go out and to come in. Now therefore give me this mountain, whereof the Lord spake in that day, for thou heardest in that day how the Anakims were there, and that the city were great and fenced. If so be the Lord will be with me, then I shall be able to drive them out, as the Lord said. And Joshua blessed him, and gave unto Caleb the son of Jephunneh Hebron for an inheritance. Hebron therefore became the inheritance of Caleb the son of Jephunneh the Kenizzite unto this day, because that he wholly followed the Lord of Israel. It's a full length and full mouth scripture. But there are three things that stood out here in this scripture. Number one, a place that's supposed to be for Caleb, he already stepped into the place. As at that time, he wanted to go for it. But by virtue of one problem or the other, as we always know, we always have, the opportunity is staring into our face. We really want to dive in to grab it. But something happened. It could be from our own delay, procrastination, people talking us out of it, or we think we don't have enough resources, we mess it up. Or we thought that is too much for us to dive into. Or even perhaps people around us will not let us grab our opportunity, and we lost it. Now read the story of this particular man very well, Caleb. When he was 40 years, this land was willed to him for an inheritance. But he never possessed the land until when he was 85 years old. But he did something, which means for this past 45 years, this thing was in his mind. I have a land somewhere. I have a possession somewhere. I have a place somewhere to possess. As it is common with every one of us, we know there's something that we're supposed to have done. We know there's something somewhere that God told us we should do, but we refuse to dive in and grab what belongs to us. Caleb dragged on for 45 years, but one day came that he realized I need to possess my possession. This opportunity gave to me 45 years ago. I need to step into it. And he approached Joshua. He said, Joshua, my friend, you know we were together then. We spy on this land together. We step on this land together. And you remember how Moses told us that surely the land whereon our feet have trodden shall be our inheritance. So therefore, give me this land. Don't look at me like I'm 85 years old. Because as my strength was in 45 years ago, that's the same way my strength is now. This is the caveat. When the will of God is there for you, when the opportunity of God is there for you, when God already planned a place for you or planned something for you, it could be your destiny. No matter how old you are, He will give you the strength. He will give you the preservation to be able to step into it when you are ready. But again, look at that scripture very well. Suppose Caleb did not took it upon himself to approach Joshua to ask for it. Yeah, he would have still maintained his strength and his physical ability, but he wouldn't have possessed that land. And that land wouldn't have been an inheritance for him and his children unborn. How often that many of us are like that. The opportunity is there. God has promised us something in the past. A pastor has told us what our future should be in the past, but we refuse to step into it. But this is it. Even if you are at the age of 90 and you decide that you want to step into the will of God, you still have the strength, you still have the power, you still have the acumen, you still have the wisdom, you still have the knowledge. But what probably you don't have now is the ability to ask for what belongs to you. And as long as you ask for what belongs to you, the strength is there to step into it, you possess your possession. Look at this. When I was reading this, God ministered something to me that is what the prayer is all about. We pray according to the will of God. We ask according to the will of God. And when we ask anything according to the will of God, He heareth us. And that is why it's so easy for Joshua to bless Caleb and say, go and possess your possession. And the Bible recorded that place, Hebron, become his possession, an inheritance for his children, even up until today. What I'm saying is this: as you begin to pray, as you begin to ask God for anything, as you begin to think, what do you need to do next? Remember, somewhere along the line, God already talked to you. What shall be your inheritance? God already talked to you. What shall be your destiny? Pray according to that way. Step out to grab your possession, and I can guarantee you, you have your possession, and that your possession become your inheritance, that even your unborn generation shall come to experience. I pray for somebody hearing me this moment, that no matter the opportunity you thought you have lost, as you step out today to grab what belongs to you, the backing of God shall go with you. The strength of God that He has given to you will sustain you, and you shall come back with your testimony. Thank you for listening. This is a production of Bangee Media, the Heavenly News.